Hello again, everyone. Professor Profit coming to you from Gamblers University, and we've got an interesting roulette strategy for you today. This one's called 2 plus 2. This one is a $1,500 buy-in, $150 win goal. The reason it's a little higher is we're going to be playing with $5 chips rather than $1 chips, so we need a little bit more backup to make this one work for us. We hope you enjoy the video and ask that if you do, you give us a thumbs up, and that way we know you're enjoying it. Also, if you haven't already subscribed, we ask that you please consider going ahead and doing that. It'd help the channel out and would be greatly appreciated. Now, as always, we value your opinion, so if you have a comment or a tweak you think might improve this particular strategy, please leave it below, and we'll be happy to share it with everyone. Now, as always, we do ask that you try this particular strategy or any of them on the channel on your software or your table at home before you take them to the casino. That way you can get comfortable betting them and be confident that they can win you some money. So let's head on down to the felt now. We'll show you the nuts and bolts of the 2 plus 2 roulette strategy. See you down there shortly. On the virtual felt, getting ready to spin our 2 plus 2 roulette strategy. Now this is a $1,500 buy-in, $150 win goal, and the reason it's so high is because we're going to be playing at the $5 level. So we're going to start off with 2 dozen bets. The first dozen is the last one to hit, so we'll do the second and third dozen, and that'll be for $10 each. And let's spin. And there's the green monster to start, so that's not a good start for us. So we'll rebet and go up another 10 on both of these, and then we're going to have 2 street bets, the 7 and the 10, for $5 each, and those will be in the dozen that we hadn't previously bet. It doesn't really matter what street you pick. I picked the 710 because I like the 811. Those are 2 of my favorite numbers. So the 2 plus 2, and let's give it a spin, see if we can get a hit here. And there's 20 black, so that's going to be a $10 win for us. So when we win, we just rebet and spin again. 15 black will be another $10 win. And that gets us back up to our session high, which is 0. So the second dozen was the last one to hit. So let's bet the first and third dozen for $10 each and spin. Speaking of 10, there's 10 black, and that'll be a $10 win for us. New session high, rebet, spin, up $10 now. And there's 18 red, so that'll be a loss. So let's rebet and add $10 to each one of the dozen bet, and then 2 street bets for 5, and we'll do the 16 and 19 streets, and that's in the dozen that we have not bet. So now we have 30 number coverage, and we should hit quite a few numbers here. So that's 35 black. That's a $10 win for us. So we'll rebet and spin again. Back to 0. Session high is 10. And 11 black will get us to our session high. So now we'll start over with $10 bets on the second and third dozen, back to our base level. And there's 7 red, so that's going to be a loss. And so we'll rebet, go up a level on the dozen bets, and pick 2 streets up in the first dozen since we have not bet that dozen. And there's 1 red, so that's going to be another loss. So let's rebet, go up another level on the dozen bet, and now we'll pick up the split bet, and this will be the 7-8 and the 10-11, and they need to be in the same line as the street bet below. Stay on those streets for all our bets over there. And let's give it a spin. Down 60 on the session. And there's 19 red, so that's going to be a $10 win. So let's rebet and spin. And there's 18. So 19, 18. Guess this one should be 17. So still down 40. 36, so that's another win for us, so down 30. And what we're looking for is hit on one of those streets, the 7th Street or the 10th Street, and those payouts will be significantly higher than what we're getting right now on the dozen bets. But $10 a spin, we'll take them, down 20 still. And there's the green monster, so that's going to be a loss. So we'll go up a level on the dozen bet, and then we'll pick up another split bet, this time the 8, 9, and the 11, 12. And once again, those are on the 7 and 10 street as we keep those all lined up in hopes that we'll hit one of those two streets and get a nice payoff. 22 black's another win for us. That's $10 more. So we'll rebet and spin. And there's 5 reds. That'll be another loss. So let's go up another level. 10 more on the dozen bet. And now we'll just pick up the 7 and the 10 straight up for 5 each. And those will be two nice jackpot numbers if we could hit either one of them. There's 10 black, so that's going to help. It's a $190 win, so we're still not at our session high, so we'll stay where we are and spin again. And there's 11. That's going to be another nice hit for us. That's a $100 win, so that puts us at 90. So that's a session high, so let's start over, and we just hit the first dozen. So let's bet the second and third dozen again for 10 each. And 14 red will be a $10 win. That'll get us to 100. Session goal, of course, is 150. So let's rebet and spin. And that's 9 red, so that's going to be a loss. So once again, we'll go up another level on our dozen bets from 10 to 20 and pick up the two streets in the first dozen, since that's the dozen we have not bet, and spin. 24 black will be a win for us. It's a $10 win. So let's rebet and spin. And that's 28 black. It's another $10 win, and that gets us back to our session high. So we'll start back over at our base level. Since we just hit in the third dozen, we'll bet the first and second dozen for 10 this time. And we're spinning. So there's 1 red. That'll be a $10 win for us. So let's rebet and spin. New session high of $110 now. And there's the green monster again, so that'll be a loss. So let's rebet and go up a level on both of these dozens. And now we'll go 2 street bets on the third dozen. Let's do the 25 and 28 street for $5 each. And we're spinning. Session high now is 110. That's what we're trying to get back to. And there's a $10 win for us, 7 red. So rebet and spin. And there's 1 red. So it's another $10 win. So that puts us back at our session high of 110. So now we'll bet the second and third dozen for 10 each. See if we can keep the winning streak going here. So 25 red will be a $10 win for us. As we're getting inching closer to our session goal of 150. We're at 120 right now. And there's 33 black. That's another $10 win. So rebet and spin, sitting at 130. 24 black. That's another win. So it puts us at 140. And just one hit away from reaching our goal. Let's see if we can get it right here. 32 red, and that'll put us at 150. All right, so that meets our goal. Let's go ahead and just play a little longer. Since this has been fairly short, play a couple more minutes and see how we can end up, see if we can keep building. So 12 red will be a loss, so pushed our luck a little bit too long there, it looks like. So let's add 10 on each of the dozen and do the $5 on the 2 streets in the first dozen this time. We'll do the 7 and 10 again, And the reason, again, because we do the first dozen, is that's the one that we don't have any money on right now. So 21 red's a $10 win for us. So let's rebet. Spin it again at 140 now. And there's 8 reds, so it's going to be a nice hit for us, $10 win. So let's rebet and spin again, back at 150, which is our session high. So we really should have gone back down to our base level, but we didn't, and it cost us. So now we'll go up another level and pick up 10 on both of the dozens and the split bet 7, 8 and 10, 11, and spin. And there's 7 red. So that's going to be a $70 win for us. That's a nice hit. And that puts us at 170. And that's a new session high. So we're going to go ahead and call it a video right here. But what I want to do is show you the rest of the progression. We didn't get all the way through it. So let's pretend that one lost. If it did, we would add, if it had, we would add 10 more to both of the dozens. And then pick up the 8, 9, and 11, 12 splits. And again, you can see those are all on the 7 and the 10 street to stay in line. Now, if that one lost, we'd go up another 10 on both of the dozens. And then we just pick up straight up to 7, 10. If that lost, we go up another 10 on both of the dozens and pick up the 8 and the 11. And if that lost, we add another 10 to both the dozen and pick up the 9, 12 straight up. Now this is where it changes a little bit. We've got everything lined up on those 2 streets. So if you lose again, we only go up on the dozen. We keep the 2 streets exactly where they are. And each time we lose, we go up another 10. And what that does, when we do hit the dozen, instead of winning just $10 every time we go up, we win $20 and then $30 and then $40 as the bets increase. And that way you can make up some ground a little quicker. So that is how the 2+2 roulette strategy works. We started off at $1,500, ended up at $1,670. That's a $170 profit using the 2+2. Now we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, we ask that you give us a thumbs up. And if you have not already subscribed, please consider hitting that button and becoming part of the student body here at Gamblers U. Now if you have a tweak you think would improve this strategy, please leave it in the comments below, and we'll be more than happy to share it with everyone. Once again, thank you for joining us. We hope you'll come back and see us again real soon. Until that time, if you're out there spinning that wheel, we wish you nothing but the best of luck, and we hope all your numbers come up winners. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.